It's time for a Humans in Tune conversation with Darren on 93.9 Mike FM.
Neighbors, hey, friends and neighbors, thanks for tuning in to 93.9 Mike FM on Facebook. It's time for another Humans in Tune segment, as we like to do, bringing folks in via Zoom and live in the studio to chat about events and all kinds of things to make your life greater. And we've got an exciting one coming up to make your life greater, and it's all thanks to this fella here in the studio with me, Ryan Eftink. Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I'm great. I'm glad you're here. The When Pigs Fly Barbecue Bash just around the corner. January 14th is the date of the event. It is an absolute blast. I mean, you know, don't come in there expecting carnival rides. Come in there expecting carne asada, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But lots of meat, lots of barbecue pros, live music, family adventures all the way around. Get your tickets now before we dive into any of the details about who's coming and all that good stuff. Get your tickets right now. Head to the website, whenpigsflybbqbash.com. Grab your tickets. And yeah, it's a family event, but let's talk a little bit about kind of where this came out of. First off, you're the owner of Smokin' Brothers. You guys make some amazing grills. And a couple of years ago, I mean, what were you half-cocked on scotch or something, decided we needed to barbecue inside in the winter? How did this come about?
Well, basically, it kind of came up the idea that, you know, everyone is stuck indoors during those time of months, and kind of had to sit down with the powers to be and said, you know, what about throwing something indoors? Let's see what we can do. And we approached the Show Me Center with it and said, you know, what about cooking? We already cooked for the home shows and things like that. So we wanted to see how many grills could actually fit inside the Show Me Center before they said no.
You know, months later.
Apparently that number is 38.
38. And that is a lot of grills. And so you did year one, great year, successful year two, and here we are at year three. And this year, some things have evolved as far as how the contesting part of it is working and as far as the guests go. If you were, you know, here's your 30-second elevator pitch for somebody says, what in the heck is When Pigs Fly Barbecue Bash?
It's perfect. Finally, a contest for the public to come in and actually get to taste the barbecue that's being presented to judges. They get to eat it. You're going to have 3 contests in one. You're going to have the steak SCA cook-off event. Come see these professionals cook steaks. You'll be amazed. And then you're going to have the barbecue guys. They're going to be barbecuing up a bunch of barbecue to hand out as samples for you to taste and judge. You'll be able to judge them and vote for them. And the last thing you get to do is help out some heroes, which is made up of first responders and some military as well, doing cooked and coached by some barbecue professionals. I mean, some of the people there, I mean, they've all have won things. They've all been on TV. You've got Heath Riles. You've got Bob Trudenak coming. You've got a little bit of everybody that is coming and helping coach these young guys or old guys that are doing the first
seasoned
veterans. Thank you, Darren, for saving me on that one. But yeah, and so it's just a way that you get to come and see 3 things going on at once. You got live music going on, entertainment throughout the day of barbecue classes and questions and things like that, and just a lot of fun, a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, and I think that's cool too, because it is stuff going on all day. Like I spend the whole entire day there because I help MC the event. And, you know, there's something going on all day long. There's, you know, live entertainment. You mentioned those first responders, the First Responders Cup. That's, you know, the stuff that they're coming up with. You know, we're teaming a professional with this crew of first responders, and it's different fire departments, PDs, first responder groups. How many participating teams are you going to have this year?
Of the first responders in the Heroes Cup, there's 8 teams making it up. So that means that there's 4 teams of first respond, 4 to a team. And so you're going to have 32 first responders there having fun. Yeah. And then you're going to have coaches with them as well that already have their own barbecue brand out there. Some of the people doing it, I mean, you got Delbert Palmer coming in, who's with Pork Illustrated. You've got Sonny Lynn, which is Sonny Moody, for those who don't know. And she's a huge personality. She's out there on the Food Network all the time. Every one of these, if you go out to our website, you get to see these people's profile. Yeah. And the main thing I like about this is you get to ask them questions. Yeah. And they're going to be there all day. You get to judge the barbecue side of things, but the first responders, they're going to be cooking up tons of different types of food.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and that's the deal, right? So maybe, you get there early and this first responders team's got some, bacon wrapped shrimp or something. And you come back an hour later and the same team's got something else. I mean, it's just a revolving set of awesomeness that they're cooking with these pros. And I like the way that you do the voting for the first responders. It's a buck in the boot kind of thing. So bring some cash, make a donation to the team that you like. You like what you ate, drop some money in the boot. And of course, that money is going to support those first responders. So
exactly.
It's amazing.
Yeah, we teamed up with Badges Give Back this year. It's a local organization that helps out first responders in our area that have fallen on some hard times or need a little extra boost.
Right.
But that group has always been there, and they do a lot of good things. And I always like helping out the local event, the local charities in our area.
Yeah.
And so they're going to be there, and then also fill that boot. That boot goes towards them as well. Mm-hmm. And so that's the one good thing that I like showing off is the fact that not only you're coming out there supporting the community by just being in the building, you're supporting them by tipping the boot as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And, going back to those pros, I'm excited because Myron Mixon is coming in town. We're going to be tag teaming this MC action for the day. You talk about a pro in the barbecue world. Like,
man,
we talked the other day on air on the other station that he's kind of the Bo Jackson of barbecue. Like,
dude, he is a mountain of a man. I mean, and
I don't take that lightly.
The first time I got to hang out with him on a stage together, I was pretty much kept in my place, but we were sitting there talking. It came time for him to pull out one of his new grills that we helped redesign with him, our new pellet grill. That's the Barks 2400 and 3600. Mm-hmm. And the funniest thing, I mean, he has that crowd just wrapped around his finger talking to him. He's very good at what he does. And not only that, just the knowledge of barbecue that this man possesses. It's amazing. And I had the mic maybe for like 10.2 seconds. Introducing him, and he said, "Now give me my mic back." Right. So you got your hands full, Darren. Coming Saturday.
I'm excited because I look at it like this. The more time Myron feels compelled to share his knowledge and his gifts with us peasants, is the more time that I have to shove food in my face. So that's a fair balance. But no, I'm excited. The tag team you guys have got on these grills is awesome, and to have him come in, bringing his level of expertise to the event, along with these other ones, I think is amazing.
And like, there's another person coming into town that a lot of you guys may know as well from Hey Grill Hey. And
right.
That's Susie Bullock.
Right.
And her husband are coming into town. Mm-hmm. They've got quite the following on social media.
Yeah. And I'll give a little shameless self-promotion. We're working on setting up a Humans in Tune with them that we'll do right here as well. We'll talk a little more about Smoking Brothers and what's going on with them. And also the Brett from the State Cook-Off Association. We're talking about doing some stuff there.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing more of these conversations about the When Pigs Fly Barbecue Bash coming up too. But yeah, Susie, they've got a huge social media following.
Oh, definitely. And then the one thing I tell people, like, for those people that are wondering, well, do I really want to come in there? Is it gonna be too smoky? No, not at all. All you walk in, I mean, a lot of people say, well, how do you do that? And then I remind them and say, hey, they run monster trucks at the Show Me Center.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So if you can survive monster trucks, you're going to survive good smelling barbecue.
That's right. You never been to a wrestling match at the Show Me Center and went, oh, it just smells like sweaty wrestlers in here. No. They've got great ventilation system set up. No, but you're right. It is not. I mean, the smoke hangs enough that you walk in, you're like kind of the cartoon coyote following the scent of barbecue into the Show Me Center, but you don't come out of there all red-eyed and sad. It's an amazing event.
And if you guys are with you guys being local and all that in town, if you guys want to stop by our place, 1923 North Kings Highway, Smoking Brothers, we've got the tickets there on sale for the event. So, or you can go to
yourself those online fees right there and pick them up right there in the shop.
Exactly.
Yeah. You guys are open, what, 8 to 5, 9 to 5?
We're open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturdays.
Right there on North Kings Highway. Easy to find. So moving into some of the non-barbecue pro side of things, are you going to be doing a raffle this year?
We are. There's going to be a grill there raffled off. The proceeds are benefiting Badges Give Back when the Badges Give Back as well.
Yeah.
The other thing that I like about that, what we got going on, there's going to, like I said, we mentioned music. Jason Heater and the ACs are going to be there, which if you guys know them, you're coming for a show. I'm kind of excited to have them on board.
For sure.
Sandy Bullock Susie Bullock is going to be doing some recipes throughout the day. Another thing that I like that is something that we haven't talked about yet is one of our sponsors is Essner's Butcher Shop down in Kelso.
Yeah.
And they are providing the steaks for the SCA, okay, for the steak cook-off. And that's not just a little feat. I mean, that's 80-plus ribeyes that these guys get to come and judge and pick out their steaks.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty spectacular what they're going to do. Also what they're doing, I've talked them into bringing up their meat shop to the Show Me Center.
Nice.
So they're going to have their meat shop,
kind
satellite.
of a pop-up Essner's meat shop.
So, man, if you ever
There we go.
you never get a chance to get down to Kelso, well, now's your chance to come to the
That's
Show Me
right.
Center and check them out there.
Well, I think, and that's a testament to you keeping as much of this as far as your resources as locally as possible. I mean, that's going to be, regional beef that Essner's is bringing out. And if you like what you tasted, buddy, you can go right over there and potentially buy, a couple T-bones off the same steer. So who knows?
Well, funny you say that because that's what we're going to do. We're going to they're bringing their vacuum sealer and the steaks that don't get picked to be competed with that day is going to get seasoned up by the SCA professionals and then vacuum sealed and sold to you guys.
Oh,
so
man. So you can choose your own adventure and go home and have a little of the indoor barbecue bash memories, the next day or so.
Exactly. And then also, I mean, the other thing that the main concept about this with the grills and everything going on is we wanted to level the playing field.
Right.
And by leveling the playing field, we're providing the meat, we're providing the atmosphere, we're providing the grills.
Right.
So the only thing those cooks have to rely on is their skill on cooking.
Yeah.
And their sauce and rubs on what they want to use.
Yeah.
And what ends up happening with those grills after, because they all are brand new grills, everything's running identical, we actually sell those at a discounted price to the public after the event.
Used once by a barbecue professional. That's got to be a tough, thing to take when you're, I wanted a new grill, but this one was broken in by a pro. Gee whiz, how do I survive? But yeah, those grills are amazing, and to get to see the room full of them with all these champs out there, it's going to be a great time. So that's going on. The cooking demos, I think that's a blast for me. I know over the last couple of years, there's been a few recipes that I've taken home and put to work myself. So if you're the cook of the house, you're the barbecue guy, man, this is a chance to really get some top tier pro knowledge and just along with everything else you get. Man.
And the sauces and rubs, people that are going to be there, we got people from New Hampshire, Alaska, everyone's coming. And all these guys are bringing products that we're going to have available at the Smoking Brothers retail store. And so, I mean, all these will be there. You're going to be able to talk to the guys that made the spice.
Right.
And get their professional opinion on what to put it on.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get any more roots level than that. Like, this guy invented pepper. What should I put it on, So, I mean, yeah, you're going to... And those demos right along with it. You like that demo. You like what they had to do. Hop over to the shop there in the Show Me Center and pick up the rub.
Yep. So I mean, there's enough for everybody there. We're going to have some dessert there from Crepe Gerardo. She's going to be cooking up some of her famous crepes, which are to die for.
And she, knowing how creative she is, she's probably going to come up with some kind of the indoor barbecue specific crepe for that day or something. She's so awesome.
She's very talented. That's for sure.
That's good. And, they'll obviously the sampling, the food all across the board, all that's going on. There'll also be some concessions available, right? So you
through the Show Me Center.
If your kid's like super picky, like, I want some nachos. Well, okay, we'll have you covered there. You don't have to think, oh, we can't bring the kids because they're not into barbecue. There's, like I said, it's going to be something for the whole family.
Yeah. And with that said, for the adults, there is a beer garden.
Aha. And purveyors of fine beverages from downtown, I'm assuming.
Yes, our friends from
the
123 Main Street.
That's right. 20 years in the making and wonderful things happen there. So, yeah. And the nice thing about, if you want an adult beverage or so, it's Rude Dog price beverages. So you're not going to be, pouring out your heart for a $16 Busch Stadium beer. None of that business.
Not at When Pigs Fly.
Nope. Ticket prices, get your tickets at whenpigsflybbqbash.com, or like Ryan said, swing by the shop and you can grab your tickets today. The event is January 14th. It runs all day. It's $25 for adults. That's 13 and up. Kids that are 4 to 12 are $10, and kids under that age are free. Or 4 to 12 is $10, right? Yeah, that's what it said. So you can get your tickets online. I suggest pop by the shop. You can save the fees, or swing by the box office at the Show Me Center. You can grab them there too. You can find it on Facebook. Be sure to follow the event. I'm sure as things move on, there'll be more updates. And like I said, I'm going to be having some live guests on via Zoom, some of these barbecue professionals that are coming in. And one of them I mentioned was Brett with SEA. He's co-founder of the Steak Cook-Off Association. Like, as a beef producer guy, like, I'm excited to talk to this guy.
Dude, he is awesome. Yeah. I met him down at Royal Oak. And for those of you who don't know what Royal Oak is, it's a company down in Atlanta that does charcoal and a bunch of other things in barbecue as well. But it was their Royal Oak Invitational. He was down there presenting as we were presenting our big red down there, our big pellet grill to a charcoal company, which was kind of fun.
They didn't boot you out of the parking lot. That's,
no, they cooked the whole hog on it.
Yeah, that's good.
But
so I'm looking forward to those conversations. And, of course, I'll keep you posted on our Mike FM Facebook page as to when those conversations are coming up. The nice thing, too, no matter what the weather is, we've had some weird, wonky weather here over the last couple of weeks. I like that alliteration there, weird, wonky weather. We've had negative 30 wind chill. It's 60 degrees outside right now. Yay, Southeast Missouri. But no matter what the weather
12
is.
hours.
Yeah. No matter what the weather might be on that January 14th, the weather's going to be awesome inside the Show Me Center. It'll be 70 degrees. It'll smell like barbecue happiness. And it's a perfect thing for you to do. Yeah, to me, it kind of is one of those dipping out of the winter doldrums thing. It's a time of year where everything's gray and we're past Christmas and we're already breaking New Year's resolutions. So you might as well just come break that I'm going to eat better resolution with us and come to the Show Me Center.
Now, there's a lot of things with this event that people don't realize can happen. And a lot of times when you go to a barbecue contest, you don't get to see the inside workings.
Right.
All these professionals are going to be doing everything right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
There's no trailer that you're going to go hide in. There's nothing secret.
Yeah.
It's all right there for the public to see.
Yeah. And like I said, it is a lot of fun. Sampling food all day, and make sure you swing by and visit those First Responders Cup, the Heroes Cup crews that are barbecuing their buns off for you too. Ryan, it has been an absolute pleasure having you in today. We encourage you guys again to go to whenpigsflybbqbash.com. You can find the details there. You can find it on Facebook. You can get your tickets on the website as well, or you can just pop by the shop at Smoking Brothers Shop on Kings Highway. What's the address again?
1923 North Kings Highway.
Yeah. And pop by there and grab your tickets as well. And we will see you at the When Pigs Fly Barbecue Bash just a couple of weeks away. Yikes, it really is just a couple of weeks away.
Scary.
2 weeks from this Saturday. Woo! All right, so be there, okay? We'll see you at the When Pigs Fly Barbecue Bash. This has been another Humans in Tune segment. I appreciate Ryan Eftink coming in from Smoking Brothers Barbecue today to talk shop and talk about this amazing event. Grab your tickets. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see you for the next Humans in Tune. Keep your eyes on 93.9 Mike FM on Facebook for that.
Thanks for catching this Humans in Tune conversation with 93.9 Mike FM. Find previous interviews on our Facebook page, or you can listen via our podcast at 93.9mikefm.com.